All right, testing. 1, 2, 3. I have not shared this anywhere yet, so I'm gonna copy that. All right. Go to the Beesky, blue sky. And new post going on right now. I'm behind. LOL. Wait about that. Hop on. Yeah. Paste the link. Post. All right. There's another place I can share. Let's go to the Discord. Search for my sketchbook thingamabobber. Let's talk. All right. Just sort of slowly moving through things this morning. Says I still have an excellent connection. All right, cool. I think. Maybe. I don't know. No one's here yet, so I'm just gonna take my time. Take my time getting ready. Try and wake up a little bit. Kids are back in school as of this morning, officially. A rougher morning than I expected it to be. I did that. Super duper rough morning though. Oh, my poor Mac. My poor MacBook is just struggling this morning. Let's close some of these extra apps that I don't need open right now. I want to leave that, I think. No, I want to go ahead and close that. Close that. Leave that open. Let's empty the trash. Not that that does anything. Now, there are a few things that I need to get ready this morning that I just haven't. Oops. Why is it like it keeps just freezing on me? And I don't like that it keeps freezing on me. I mean my iPad's still fine, so that's good. Yeah, it's still reading up there and everything, so. Oh. Hello, Steam viewer. Steam, not Steam. Twitch. Oh, speaking of Steam and Twitch and stuff and things, I made a mistake and decided to install a bunch of games on my external hard drive. Like a bunch of games. They've been distracting. So I never played Hollow Knight. I saw all the rave about it. It's just I haven't had time to game since my son was born. I've been dadding and building businesses and stuff, so I just haven't had time to do gaming. And I decided to go ahead and install Hollow Knight and Silksong and Baldur's Gate 3. I'm doing a replay of Bastion because Supergiant apparently has done a bunch of stuff since Bastion that is really freaking awesome. So I got Bastion again. I got Pyre. I got Hades and Hades 2. And then a buddy of mine highly recommended that I play a game called Inscription, which is like a throwback. It's a retro type game. Haven't actually started playing it, but I did install it. And then, of course, I installed Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, like I filled up a terabyte hard drive, external hard drive, just with games. Woo! Ugh. But please do not give me any game recommendations because I don't have any more space or time. The games have been a welcome distraction lately because my best buddy took his last car ride on Sunday. Oh shit. Catching up on stuff on the Discord too. Hello, YouTube person. Oh, YouTube person went away. Bye, YouTube person. Be that way. All right. Enough of the jabbering. So I am going to do some interesting warm-ups that I've been picking up over the past little bit because I am feeling rather stiff this morning. So I'm gonna try to warm up and just have a good time drawing today. No, go back. I wasn't trying to minimize. I was trying to do this. All right. I am trying today to work with a lot of this new uni pen. So it mimics to an extent a fine liner. I'm gonna try it out and see how I like it. It's now time to go eat with mommy, baby. Just gonna try this out and see if I like using it. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, just having fun with some little warm-up line exercises. Also trying to get back into the habit of using my little keyboard because it really does speed things up. If you can get used to using keyboard shortcuts, there's this little Procreate keyboard thing that I've got. It's got like all of the major shortcuts on it. Super convenient. I also got a little external number pad. It's just a regular number pad for my MacBook because it's very important to have a number pad for keyboard shortcuts in Blender, and I'm trying to give that a go as well. Yeah. didn't think I'd ever really need a number pad for Blender or for art, but turns out you do. Yeah, I don't think I like this pen, actually. So I'm just gonna go back to my good old favorites here and switch back to my Kestrel. It's got a little bit of a fuzzy edge to it, but that's okay. I just like the way it behaves way better. So I'm just gonna clear this layer. Maybe. There we go. Well, I guess I could just cut layer. That would do the same thing. Alright. Back to it. Let's full screen. So after watching a bunch of like concept artists and manga artists, I have discovered the secret to their ultra clean line art, and it is gratuitous use of the undo tool. Yeah, like that is a feature that is abused in those circles. I say as I make circles. Drop in the punnies. Okay. So I think I'm done with the little warm-up stuff. What do I want to do today? So I've got a few different little assignments that I'm working through with some of my coursework. So I think I'm just gonna work on that and take it from there. So it really boils down to mannequinization and cloth studies. So I'm sort of combining assignments right now. So the mannequins that I'm going to be building are really like my own interpretation of like 6 or 7 different mannequin methods or figure drawing methods. Sorry, I've got a fresh tattoo on my chest and I'm trying not to scratch it. So if you catch me like ding the chat and be like, stop it. I go live on YouTube. Like actually live? I did. Okay. Just making sure. Because I forget that sometimes. Alright, back to the OBS. Actually, I'm gonna grab my water. I know the stream is titled Art and Coffee, but I am out of coffee. I need more, but I have no more coffee at the studio. And I didn't have time to go buy any more this morning, so I'm just out of luck. It's okay, I need to hydrate more anyway. The mannequins and cloth studies. So I am studying statues right now. And I'm gonna build my mannequin based on the pose of the statue. and then do a cloth study on top of it. And I'll describe sort of what I'm thinking about with the cloth studies as I'm doing them. And after I'm done with the studies, I will work on some character design stuff. So the cloth studies are just a good way for me to really, actually, that's something else I could do, like costumed figures, cloth studies. We'll see if I like any of the statues that I downloaded, and if I don't, then I'll just go to clothed figures. Oh, I got heartburn after drinking water. It wasn't bad until I drank water. That's how it be, I guess. Sculptures open. Got 194 images of sculptures and or architecture. So I'll be skipping past the architecture. No, wait, what is not window capturing. Not any type. Gesture drawing. Okay. Not good. Alright. So I've got all of these images of architecture and statues. I'm just gonna flip through them and see if I can find a good statue with cloth reference. I apologize if there are nude statues in here. I mean, that's a pretty good half-lock fold example, but I don't get to build a mannequin off of that. Oh, here we go. That's got a lot of different fold types. Some diaper folds up front, sort of drop folds, a lot of half-locks. Oh, there's some good drop folds up top on the shoulder, the back shoulder. All right, we're gonna roll with this one and see what we can do. So I do want just more of a pencil-y brush. There we go. So mannequin first. I'm going to boot. So the neck is actually going up like that. Chest is leaning forward. The hips, like the hip box, looks like it's probably gonna come down like so. Which means the waist turns like right there. And rib cage fills up the middle third. The knee, cylinder. Into a block. This one is a little higher. Cylinder. Flat on the bottom into a block. That calf is going to go back. When in doubt, just build a stick figure first. Triangle. Triangle. Way too small. So you go to here, that's about the length of what you should get down here as well. So from the crotch to the center of the chest is about the length of one section of leg. A couple of triangles as a shorthand for the leg. Or foot, not leg. What the hell? What the hell? So knee, is very bhakti at the end of this tube. The internet is a series of tubes. Sort of ball sockets there. Boop, boop. His arm is dropped. Get our plank. Tip of the nose is actually right around there. A couple of inverted triangles will take you a very long way here. There are a couple of like opposing triangles, not inverted. And we got a big beard and some big hair. But I'm supposed to be doing a mannequin right now. So this leg going back in space puts the seat like right here. I lifted that shoulder too high. We'll drop the shoulder. It goes back in space, about like that. Pretty close. Thumb comes off like so. All right. So here's the magic. You erase most of everything. Switch back to your brush, and then do like a cleanup pass on top of it. Now, I have for some reason really stretched everything out here. So I am going to do that. All right. And now I've got my pen ready to go. All right. So we've got the eyebrow going into that eye socket, this eyebrow coming down here, into that eye socket. We've got the structure of the nose there, then a nice big shadow right through there, more shadows. I am not worried about being super clean. Like, honestly, this isn't even part of the assignment. I just felt like fixing it because I am dumb. Got our ear here. Sternocleidomastoid coming down to right there. I'm trying to think of like sternocleidomastoid is right in here, give or take. So we're gonna get like a turn to the shoulder right here. It's lining up pretty well. So that would be like the top plane of the shoulder. This would be the collarbones. So this shows the like depth of the chest. And again, we get like this is a mannequin, so I am not going to like be building all of the muscle. I really just want to There's a box there. Like, I'm really only after the basic forms. Get the elbow here. So I really need to not spend a ton of time thinking about all of the proportion and crap. So the form for that is like a half circle. That goes up into a ball joint right there. Alright, so there's my mannequin. A little overdone mannequin, but alright. Overdone mannequin. Now it's time to do a cloth study on top of the overdone. Oh, no, not overdone mannequin. Get with the program, Josh. We've got one. All three of those fingers are grouped together, and the thumb is going back behind the hand. All right. All right. So what I want to do is actually erase a lot of this mannequin, or lighten a lot of it anyway. I can redarken it later. So, cloth study time. Up front, we've got some diaper folds coming off of the neck. So a diaper fold is just a U-shaped fold. That gets larger as it goes down. From a tension point. So tension point, U. That's like a diaper fold, but that would be the shading pattern of a diaper fold. But it's important to like see and feel that center line just so that you get the form of the fold. And it looks like, you know, this isn't a clean diaper fold. There are some like half locks in here. Speaking of which, here's a half lock. That is sort of, so if you imagine this cylinder, you don't even have to imagine the cylinder. This is a cylinder right here. but the cloth is getting compressed on the top and then stretched on the bottom. I mean, not really stretched a whole lot. It's actually still getting compressed down there. But it is more stretched at the bottom. So this would be your simple side. And this would be your complex side of the cloth. So it's easiest to just think about this as one big cylinder down here that is stretching and then compressing. And it makes these little folds and things. Oh. I am not great at teaching this stuff, but I am doing my very bestest to translate it like what I'm thinking anyway. So this is a drop fold, which just drapes over the shoulder, and we get something kind of like that with another fold underneath it. So this is the complex side down here, and this is the simple side up here. I am also trying to sort of consider like where I'm breaking things up, starting with the big shape, and then adding complexity to it to break it into like big, medium, small, because I don't need to have a ton of detail in everything. It's actually detrimental to have a ton of detail in everything. So this is a compression right here, which is causing some half locking right here, which is basically just like cloth getting bunched up onto itself. I'm also trying to look for graphic shapes because that just makes things easier to translate. As if it's a graphic shape, then sorry, brain not working. If it's a graphic shape, it is easier to make a cool 2D representation of it. And that's all you're doing as an artist is cool 2D representations. Can you make it look cool? So in the back, we've got cloth getting folded up under itself like there's a belt, which there is a belt coming across. No, there's not. So this is the diaper fold coming down like this and also getting folded. So there's cloth under the cloth. Huh. This is a really interesting puzzle. Alright. I'm getting messy, and messy is not what I want here. So let's step back and simplify. That's creating like a funnel here. Clean it up. We've got a drop shadow. So these are not exactly... Alright, so it's the diaper fold coming up and then turning into drop folds on the side and creating like cones. So this would be like the bottom surface of the cone. No, baby, mommy is not ready to eat. Simplify, simplify, simplify. That is my goal. Simplified cloth study. Right. So the stuff in his lap, I'm not sure what the name for those folds are. So I am going to start with, I am just going to try to get the big shapes. Like that's the big goal, is nail those big shapes. Yeah, I'm trying to do all of this on one layer and end up with something pretty clean. So if I have to erase a whole lot of it, that's okay. I will just redraw the stuff that I've had to erase. This is actually coming forward more than I drew it. So it's more like this. But the chin does actually go pretty far back. That's more the angle of that leg. Lighten it. Okay. Cool. So we've got that one. Nope. I don't like how messy that got. over and comes down and drapes across that foot. And most of that is coming down there. From this knee, we have one tension point that goes up and over that. So across the top of this knee, it's actually pulled pretty tight. But we've got something with thickness here. Which picks back up over here. So it's really all about analyzing tension points and where the folds overlap things. So there's one of those, and that's got thickness to it, so to indicate that. This is a plane that disappears down there. Alright, so from here, we've got so if we look at this as one big shape before subdividing it, that's the big shape, and then we've got more cloth. I think my daughter's watching Mr. Bean, which just kind of cracks me up. This is a quieter than normal stream, so I am going to check the chats. No one is chatting. Making me sad. That feels better. So what's interesting about this is how just difficult it is to visualize all of these forms in 3D space. For me. Like, it is something that I have some practice at, but that doesn't mean it's easy by any means. I have found, like, it's a very stereotypical response to a lot of the questions surrounding, like, how do you get better at this thing? And really, it's the most stereotypical response I think you get is draw a whole lot. Draw a whole lot and it gets easier to draw. That is the truth. Like the more you draw, the easier it gets to do whatever you want to do with pen and paper, pencil and paper, stylus, whatever. Um, like drawing a whole lot is the secret to getting good at drawing. Like it's one of those things where the craft is the skill. Like you learn by doing. Um, God, that was an accidental line that I put there, but it worked. So here we get a big teardrop shadow, which I'm just going to go ahead and fill in with some hatching tone. Everything else see there is just layer upon layer of diaper fold. So that's another thing to consider is what's further back or outside of the focal point should get more and more graphic and flattened. Like that's how we interpret things in our brain anyway. Like the things we aren't looking at turn into abstract symbols in the periphery of our vision. So that and the first thing is the more flat and graphic it appears. So like this looks further away than this, which looks further away than this. Like that's just how we perceive stuff. So like if you don't want it to look important, hey, you are gonna knock that over. Okay. Let's get this little lady's iPad turned on. Here you go, sweetheart. So what I was trying to point out is that I really don't care if things start to look more flat and graphic on the sides. It's actually a feature, not a bug. I can intentionally flatten things out if I'm not worried about them looking like they're important. So I'm actually going to do that to a lot of things down here while I'm cleaning up. So let's actually go ahead and get in and lighten all of this down here. Maybe grab a thicker pen. Not a whole lot thicker, but a little thicker. And I'm just looking at the thumbnail of it now. So that really pushes the attention towards the areas of more detail, which are right around here now, like the shoulders and around the neck and head. So I will go ahead and sort of add a little more complex detail around the neck and head. So I'm actually looking for value patterns more than like features here. It's a hard habit to break. It's a good habit to break. Oh, not supposed to scratch. Dang, fresh tattoos. I made his neck way too small. There we go. That's a little bit better. Still not great, but a little bit better. So a lot of this is just playing with line weight. Like even if it's a shadow that makes it feel heavier, you can sort of thicken a line and get the same effect. Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I did not make that head too big like I always do. There we go. Now, is this accurate to the reference? No, it's not. Is it aesthetically pleasing in the way that I wanted it to be? I don't know. It's graphic in a way that I was trying to make it. I think it's a decent study for what I was trying to do with this study. So I've controlled, to an extent, I have controlled where the attention is by controlling the detail. I have also effectively, I think, deconstructed how the cloth is behaving. Pushing that back with a nice E line. Sort of reinforcing the layering there. Same here. So that's a little bit of a tangent. I'm not going to try and fix it right now. I know it's there. Actually, no. I'll fix that by bringing the shadow out a bit more. There we go. Fix that tangent. So you can use line weight for emphasis too, not just implying shadows. So if I want more emphasis on the face, I can literally just do a bold outline on most of the head, but you know, keep some variety in the line. I don't like that, but I am going to make that shape a little more graphic. Well, it's both more graphic and more representative of what's actually happening there. We've got some drop shadows that I haven't put in. Now I'm going to be nitpicking this all day. I was going to do some character design today. I don't know that I'm going to do that now. I don't think I have the bandwidth. What time is it? It's 9 or 10. Yes, I have time. I am making excuses. Let's do some character design too. Not a bad study. Not a bad study. I like that I've found what I consider the secret of how they get such clean line art. It's really just being willing to scrap anything that isn't clean and then redraw it to make it clean. There are no darlings. Ooh. All right. So there's one cloth study. I am going to get up and stretch for a bit. Get some more water and check in with my little lady. Make sure that she is entertained. Sounds like she is. Just making sure though. And I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Yeah. And we are back. All right, character design time. So, I'm debating on how to start this. So, I feel like I've already got my warm-ups in. Now, gesture drawing is usually a great warm-up, so I think, especially whenever I'm doing figure ideation. So I think I am gonna go ahead and get some gesture drawing in. Just a little bit though, not a whole lot. Like maybe 5 to 10 minutes of gesture, and then I will. Then I will do the thumbnailing and all of that. Yeah, I'm low energy again today. Full body underwear. We do not want the nude folder. Yeah, no. Not on the YouTubes anyway. No, I don't need that another folder. Let's go. Okay. Where'd my drawing glove go? Ah. Okay. Drawing glove. Let's go back to mechanical pencil. Okay. And all I'm trying to do right now is loosen up and get some gesture drawing done. I'm gonna move this over here. Alright, cool. It did not glitch. Not trying to get finished pretty gestures at all right now. It's literally just getting my arm moving in a way that alright, thanks for that. Oh no. Aw. It's not letting me pick people. Why, oh why? Oh why? Good. I can do that. Synchros. Let's go to synchros. Best viewers on Blood Rock Goodbye. I like how they just sort of hope that you're not paying attention. And most of the time they're right. Freaking scammers. Okay. So what's kind of interesting is this is my messy gesture thing. And with a quick erase and then like a detailed pass, I can make that look as clean as the other stuff. But the messy gestures are just, in my opinion, way easier to figure out. Um, Last one, and then I'm gonna do some character stuff. Because, yeah. That was the point. So this is the hitbox. The butt starts about 1/3 down. What is up, Marcelo? Butt starts about 1/3 down from the top of the hitbox and connects about 1/3 down. Well, about an equal amount down on the thigh. That's, I think, enough of a warm-up for the gesture stuff. Oh gosh. All right. So, character ideation. Oh. Wake up. That's the idea, I guess. Really don't need gesture drawing for this. I guess start with silhouette. So I am trying to create a character for a comic whose role would be like middle-aged. Well, hello and good morning. No, you're fine. What's up, Chris? So today I just did some warm-up stuff, a cloth study, and a few gestures to get warmed up for what I want to do next, which is some character design stuff. So you're not missing much. It's been a very slow morning where I have tried to wake up. Something's bothering me, so I'm gonna whoop, lay down on that. but all of that was in preparation for some character design goodness, maybe, possibly, if I can like actually get moving this morning. Um, I've been out of coffee for a while. I think I'm gonna go get some after this. Get some coffee and some new colored pencils for my daughter because she's lost all of hers. Um, but enough yapping. I want to do some thumbnail ideation for a character who is like late 30s. So the concept is, has anyone here seen Firefly? Maybe, possibly. Trying to like unselect things. I don't care about any of that. Just look so. There we go. All right. So if anyone has seen Firefly and Serenity, the concept is like Mal, main character of Firefly. It's all right. So he was on the losing side of a war, and then the new government was very oppressive, and he took up a life of like smuggling and piracy to like sort of stick it to the man. And one of the characters in Firefly was like there was always a romantic tension that was never resolved there. Nathan Fillion is like one of my favoriteest actors ever. But Inara in Firefly, like that was the person that he had a romantic tension with, not necessarily an interest. And that was never resolved in the show or the movie that followed up afterwards. So the concept in my head is like, you know, one of them had to give something up, but they ended up becoming a couple, and then like they're still trying to stick it to the man. Like this is an alternate universe sort of thing. This is just who the characters are sort of based on. That's not the actual characters. But I want to take that idea of a character, a person on the losing side of a war, but not the wrong side, just the side that lost. And now they're running like a resistance. So he would be a leader. Well, actually, that's where we should start with the writing, not the things that I'm drawing. So this character design needs to be a leader, warrior, protective, probably, like protective of his people. Pirate. Rebel would be a good one, but also older. Still has a sense of honor. Like the things that he's doing are to honorably, well, he has his own sense of honor. Might not be the right word. He has a code. There we go. Yeah, I think those are the big things that I want to really communicate with that, or this character. Oh gosh. All right, good. Big lines, thin lines. So, sort of heroic proportions. Actually, no. There's one other important part of this. So he might be older. He's also a dad. In this particular story. All right, so let's crank that back up a little. All right, so from the silhouette perspective, like, we make him sort of blocky. You know, get the Captain Morgan pose going. Really lean into the pirate. That's probably not going to work. But that's what this is about. Like, this is about exploring all of the bad ideas to get them out. Sticking with the sort of blocky look. Just give him more of just like a stocky look. How's that? Like arms crossed. Nah, don't like that either. How could I carve into that and make it? Too tall. What about more of a like very broad-shouldered? Like Mr. Incredible. In maybe a little too broad. That's okay. I'm trying to think of like the arms crossed pose. Looks kind of like a dwarf there. I don't want him to look like a dwarf. So, not medieval setting, more like Final Fantasy VII setting. So, diesel punk fantasy-ish, if that makes sense. That's sort of the feel that I'm going for. Which right now I'm just doing body type silhouettes. I'm not really trying to think of equipment here. So like armor, well, not armor, I don't think he's gonna wear armor, but outfit silhouette's gonna be a little bit different than body type silhouette. Like right now I'm really just trying to, like, all right, this is, I want him to be like a bruiser, but I do want him to be like, if you mess with my people, I will hurt you, you know? Like, if that makes sense. So I've got a whole list of different ancestries that I'm going to be doing. So it's actually going to be more like Zelda-ish races, if that makes sense. So like you're gonna have an ancestry tied to each major element, but not the Zelda ancestries. They're gonna be my own. But you've got like it's a lot to explain. Oh yeah, you're fine. So you've got muses, which are like spirits that can turn into wisps or shades. So this is physical manifestation. It's a long story about how that works. But one is corrupted and the other, like it's a thing. Then you've got your humans or humes. Very much like Final Fantasy VII Gaia races. So you humans. Erlen. Very air oriented. So I don't want them to be bird people, but it's gonna they're going to have an affinity for air. Wildkins, plant. Well, more plant, because there's also the green which are sort of like golems. Oh god. I'm blanking on my own world building. There's a fire one, which I've got modeled after like satyrs actually, but fiery satyrs. Oh god. I can't for the life of me remember what I called them. Oh, I feel so bad. Because they're one of them that I actually have a model sheet for. I don't know why I feel bad about that, but I've got a model sheet for the fiery satyr peoples. And then Dalakin is the water race, which the Forgotten Ancestor. So I have been trying my damnedest to think of a way to make interesting water humanoids that aren't just mermaids. And as much as I can't really stand how the I'm blanking on them now too. From Zelda, the fish people with, the shark/dolphin people from Zelda. Zora, yes. Like, I can't stand how the Zora have basically like a shark attached to their noggin. It looks really dumb. I do like how they have turned humanoid bodies into aquatic humanoids. I can't stand like, oh, it's not just a hammerhead feature-ish thing. Like, the head is a hammerhead shark completely. They've just attached a body to the bottom of it. I don't like that. But like the proportions that they've nailed down, are very, very good. I don't like the Zora shark heads. It's so weird. I don't like it. Um, but yeah, I've got like lore and stuff written for each one of those. Yeah. So oddly, of the three that I've done, I like the middle one sort of the most. Like, he's a little too tall. So if I squashed him down just a tad, maybe. Like, he's not gonna be. That's, that's basically what happened, yeah. Oh, man. And then they put like a better face on it, like a more humanish face, humanish, I say. Um, all right. So I'm gonna like work off of the middle one. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Middle, those. All right. So no, these colors. So if I've got my current brush picked for erasing, I think I'm getting too zoomed in on these. Hmm. Mommy is not ready for lunch yet, baby. I am sorry.
But what do we got?
What?
But what do we got at the tattoo shop?
We don't have anything at the tattoo shop. You and Bubby and Sissy ate everything that we had at the tattoo shop. Yeah, I think bringing the arms out helps. So not necessarily heroic proportions, but like break the arms out of the silhouette so that I can tell what the hell I'm drawing. Vander from Arcane. That's... Damn it. Alright, cool. What is up, Apple? But Apple does draw. Or paint. What do you do, Apple? Wait, which of the 5 apples are you? Actually, I think there's only 3 apples, but there are apples. All right. Sweet. All right, so that shape language actually worked. This is in there. Oh, thank you. We've got lots of stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry that you have to delete one. I think maybe you needed to delete one. Did you need to? Might not be a bad thing. Yeah, this is... So, I built this studio about 2 years ago now. It's a really old hardware store that we renovated. It's like 3,000 square feet, give or take. I've got my bay up front here, and then 4 other artists spread throughout. Yeah, it's big. And then we also have a kids room, like for our kids or our clients' kids. Over on the other end of the building. But my daughter is chilling on one of the futons up here in the lobby. Yeah. She's so loud. All right, nice photo blue. More time? What do you want more time for? Okay, I'll give you more time. Oh, that means it is getting close to time for us to go. Just 2 time. We really need to replace that. So the shape language I'm thinking of in this case is like, let's clarify that. So like squares and circles and squares and circles. So like you think about Vander from Arcane, like old Vander, not young Vander, but old Vander. He's like broad-shouldered with a belly, I think. Like he looks like he could kill you or give you a big hug. What's up, Namara? No, so today's stream so far has been cool warm-up exercises that I've discovered over the last little bit. Marble statue clothing study, like drapery study. A few gestures and then silhouettes, and now I'm taking the silhouettes into something else. The middle portion? What do you mean the middle portion of the stream? Oh, like you're just tuning in? No, you're tuning in at the end. I've got like 9 minutes left. Well, thank you. Thank you for the compliment regarding Les Statues. And then something abstract for the hands for now. Take it easy, Apple. And thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the compliments. Appreciate it. Right, now that would be forward, that would be back. Sort of feeling that out. Censor this for YouTube, right? Right. Ah, okay. I didn't mean to. All right, so. All right. In terms of like body type and silhouette, I'm actually really happy with that one. All right, cool. Cool. It is. It is the secret project. Oh no, you don't have to oop. It's like I'm just odds of me ever telling YouTube what this is about are slim to none. But people know that I'm working on like an IP. Um, yeah, he's not a tank. Let's keep the broad shoulders. Shrink those traps a little. Let's shrink those traps a lot. I want him to have an actual neck. There we go. Shrink those lats a little too. And faceless for now. Shoulders are a little too broad. It's- Like if my daughter's watching something on her iPad, so there's a greater than small chance that whatever she's listening to is just gonna have a lot of randomness. Oh, okay. Yeah. Ah. That looks dumb. I'll figure that out later. All right. I'm getting Vander-ish vibes off of that. Oh, it is 11:02. All right. I am gonna jet. Yeah. Again, sorry for the low energy today. It's been a rough weekend. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, things are looking up. Thanks for tuning in, Chris. Thanks for tuning in, Apple, if you're still listening, maybe. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in, Tamara. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. I'm gonna go take my little lady to the dollar store and get myself some caffeine and let her get some crayons or colored pencils. She's been irritating the crap out of me for some because she's used all of hers, and she wants to color some K-pop Demon Hunter stuff because my kids are all obsessed with it, like obsessed. I know that movie better than any adult should. Yeah, take it easy, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you, and I'll be back next week. I hope, maybe, possibly.